Hi there, we are back for another conscious conversation with MALUE Peterson from Denmark. This is part two from our truth and love conversation. And MALUE and I left the last conversation that we had where we were both so in flow and we were just talking, we were continuing to talk about so many other things that came up after our conscious conversation about truth and love. And so we thought, you know what, we have to get back on and continue this conversation. So here we are again. Malu, thank you for coming back.
Thank you so much for having me, Maddie.
Continuing on from the last conversation, I'm not going to do an angel prayer right now because it's like a part two. So we're in the theme and in the vein of love and truth.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that you said in the last conversation that was just so powerful was the energy and the energetic intention to send someone love from your heart to them, from your soul to their soul. And the fact that, we can do this with people that are not even in the body anymore. Excuse me, that if you have someone, a loved one or someone close to you that passed away, that you still want to send that beautiful, loving energy towards, because energy and love is eternal, that we can still do that for someone that's not in the body.
Oh, yes, so much. And actually, of course, also the other way around. In a meditation I had today,
Yes.
I meditated in a special way, and suddenly I was feeling this very, very, very soft hand in mine, like a very, very like a bony hand. And suddenly I realized it was my grandma
Oh,
that passed away so many years ago. And I totally forgot that her hands felt like that.
oh,
And that was, I'm sure that it was a way for her to remind me that it was her.
mm-hmm.
And I get all emotional, but I could really, I was like, oh my God, that's her. I mean, that's her hand. I
Yeah.
could feel the touch, and I totally forgot that. So that's also away from them when you're in a silent mode or in a meditation, to let them know that you can be loved
Oh,
uh, from that side also.
I love that. And thank you for sharing that. You've just reminded me of one of my grandma's hands as well. And it's
Oh,
so funny because there's a song by Terence Trent D'Arby, and I think it's
mm.
called Grandma's Hands.
Oh,
And I
really?
feel like I remember that. But
Uh,
my mother's mother, B, who I've had a few connections with, angelic connections with her since she's
mm,
passed away. She lived to 99. And I always remember her hands. They weren't
mm,
thin, bony hands. They were kind of like full, like padded hands. But I
mm.
remember that I used to always, when you're a child, and you kind of like pinch the top of their
Yeah,
hand and then you watch it as the
yeah,
the wrinkles go down
yeah,
really slowly. And I used to do
yeah,
that with her hands. But
yeah.
just that feeling right now, as I'm talking about it, I can just feel remember how that felt holding her hands. She's
Hmm.
just so, what a lovely thing.
Yes,
A grandmother's
yes,
hands, holding their
yes.
hands.
And of course, you also know that they're there all the time, sending you love, but you can connect with it and feel it that way too, right?
Yes.
But I think it's also, you have to be in a, to really feel it. For me, I have to be in a quiet moment.
Mm.
Of course you feel it all around, but you can still, that really grasping feeling that, oh my God, that's her and she's sending me love. And you open, I mean, my hand was so warm and my whole body was like energy felt. So
Tingling.
that's, yeah, tingling. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, because as you're saying, it's like when you're in the meditation mode, your ego is not present, your
Mm.
your mind chatter is very limited, and you're
Mhm.
just this open vessel to receive. And
Yes,
so you're
exactly.
you're out of your own way. And that for me,
Yeah.
that's what meditation does for me as well. Just being and not having to be anywhere or go anywhere or do anything, just sit and be with. And that's often when I'll hear my guardian angel's voice as well, and it comes really clear. And it's
Hmm.
so clear that it's like just having a conversation like you right now. Like the voice is so clear and very quick.
Mm.
Like, and
Mm.
so I know that's I have to isn't it I can't force it, and I have to really be in a place of receptivity, and then I
Yes.
need to be in a place of almost like palms up or ask and say, please come through
Mm.
for me, talk to me. What do I need to know about this situation, or what what do you have to tell me right now? And I can hear
Yes.
it. It's like just this instant answer. So going back
Fantastic.
to this whole feeling of energy and energetic love and truth, do you have anything or any memories that pop into your mind or lessons that you've learned about truth and love?
About truth and love. For me, it's I mean, it is the same.
Yes,
But if you're thinking about truth, when do you mean if when I felt that this is truth, or
yes.
this is my truth, or
When you've told me in the past about you're so intuitive, like I know that about you, you're so intuitive and you work very closely with people, you're a healer and you work very closely with people and tending to them, like just like a masseuse would work on a human body, like working with people and their energy and their body temple. Um, so how do you navigate that when you feel something that you know something about someone? Maybe it's about their health, or maybe it's about their what's going on in their mind or their heart.
hmm,
And
okay, yeah,
yeah,
I
you know
get
what I'm
it. Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Well, um, I usually listen a lot when I treat people with facials, and that's a way to get into healing them also.
Hmm.
And I usually just tap into their energy and just feel what's going on, and just let them talk and let them release whatever energy is there right now. And the last time I felt it was with this young woman who just lost an unborn baby,
Mm,
and she had a child already. And she came and she had some physical issues around this issue, emotional issue too. And I was trying to help her, just feeling better.
hmm.
So she was also having these spots in her face, and we were talking about what the reason for it was. And I just let her talk, and as when she talks, I just get a sentence, or I just get a feeling about what to say in a direction.
Hmm.
And then I just follow it, and I say whatever comes into my mind, and then they kind of I can hear it's a truth.
Hmm.
Because people get, I mean, she reacted in a way that, oh my God, that is it. I mean, I was telling her that, can you maybe think that this little angel came in to your life to teach you something, and it was enough just for her or for him just to touch you once, and then this lesson about not that this person is not there anymore, or this angel is not there anymore, is a lesson. And she was like quiet for a little while, and then she said, oh my God, yeah, now I know what I have to learn. I've been very, because I have a kid, and everybody else who's not able to have a child, I'm like, well, what is the, I mean, you just have you just have a child, and what is the big deal about it? And now I can see that I've criticized. And so she's like, oh my God, this is the lesson. Because I told her maybe they were here to teach you something. And that
Mm.
is the beautiful thing about this, what happened. And she was just very relieved, and she left and said, well, now I know that there's a reason for this, and that just gives me a peace
Ah,
inside. Yeah.
so
And
wonderful.
yeah, and that is just, oh my God, that is so wonderful when that happens. And it's kind of like a way. I have to go this way, I have to go lead her that way to help her see something and to
Mm,
see. So it's like a way that I have to go, and I have to make her see something. So
mm,
it's not words, but it's like a feeling that I have to lead her somewhere. So
I love that.
and then I know it's the truth, because she gets it.
Yes.
sometimes people don't get it. I mean,
Yeah.
but it not in a wrong way, but they're like relieved anyway. And I'm sure they're gonna get it when they leave, or
Yeah.
maybe in a year or something.
Yes.
But as long as you listen to the truth and you lead them and you do it with love,
Hmm.
they can. It is a gift in some way.
Definitely. And it's so different from telling someone what to do, or if you're having a coffee with them over like lunch and you just start giving their opinion. It's the fact that you're really holding the space for
Mm.
someone to speak and share from their heart, and you're listening with non-judgment. And then you're not attached to the outcome. And because of that, you can allow them to hear what non-attachment sounds like, and then they
Mhm.
can almost like it's like when the student is ready, the teacher appears. It's that whole thing,
Yes.
because
Yes.
maybe she wouldn't have been able to process that or take it in a different situation, but because she really trusts you and because she's vulnerable and she's laying down and you're tending to her, um
Mhm.
it's just like there's a real trust there. And your intuition and your energy, again, your loving energy from your heart, is already healing her while you're saying this. Your
Yeah.
words are coming through and landing on her with this feeling of
Yes.
love.
Yes.
So, oh, that's so powerful.
Yeah. And it's like it's guiding you a little bit in the direction. It's not that I go, as soon as she gets in the chair, I'm gonna like, do you think this little angel
Yes.
was here to teach you anything? It's like a little step and a little step. And as you can feel in her energy and what she's saying, that she wants to go with you. And
Hmm.
then when she takes the steps and you go a little further and she comes with you, then then you can know it's the truth, because if she didn't want to go there, I would never have gone that far.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
just as you were saying that just now, I love that vision that you were just saying, just one little step, and she's going to go there and you're going there with her. And it reminded me of my inner child when you said that. It's like we can, even as adults, we can tap into our inner child if we're having an issue or having a situation where we need more love or more truth. And we can really ask our inner child, who never goes away, is always inside of you, who
Mm.
maybe needs that love and attention that they never got as a kid, and just ask them, what is it you need, little Maddie? Let's go outside here. Let's step away from this conflict right now. Let's go into another room. And what do you need? What do you need right now? Because
Yeah.
you're obviously reacting and you're feeling a bit unseen, and you need more love or more attention. And what is it? And so, when you said that, I just visualized myself walking down a garden path with my little self and my inner child, and just walking together and being with each other and giving myself that love.
That's such a beautiful way of doing that, because we often comes in a situation where we feel like we've not loving ourselves enough. I mean, we're not loving ourselves in the way that we should love ourselves, that we're in, like you said it some further down the conversation, you said something about being in your own way. I mean, you have to
Yes.
get out of your own way
Yes.
to be in flow and to feel that love. And that's a very good way, taking your inner child by hand and just giving it
Yes.
attention and asking, what do you really want? What is it that you need?
Yeah.
If you're
And
upset about other people's behavior or anything, what
yeah.
is it I need? What is
Yes.
it that I'm
Yes,
reacting
and
on?
my really close friend Maggie Steele,
Yeah.
she did a conscious conversation. She's also done two conscious conversations with me. The most recent one we did was her talking about being a first time mother, and she is amazing. And she's the one that actually we had a conversation about that, and she told me, I said to her, "Oh, there's something that my partner does, and I get so reactive. I just get so reactive." And she said, "Why don't you take yourself away from the situation?" And it's
Mm.
not, obviously it's not like, that's not you. You're like this adult goddess woman, and when you have that reaction, it's your inner child that's just like screaming for attention and just
Mhm.
wants more. And it's not the woman you, it's the child you. So why not take yourself and have a conversation with her? And so Maggie Steele was the one that actually reminded me about this practice, and it is just so powerful. I absolutely love it, and I
Yeah.
actually did it the other night, and I
Oh, you did?
took yeah, I took myself
Yeah.
away from the situation where I normally would have been like, babe, I really
Yeah.
want to know this. Tell me,
Yeah.
whatever. So I could feel myself getting like out of balance. And I took myself out of the situation and I said, okay, little Maddie, what is it that you need right now? And I just
Mm.
really calmed down, and she was talking to me and telling me, and I said, look, I'm here for you and giving you all the love that you need, all the attention. You don't need to feel like you want to stamp your feet and shout out that you're not being seen or heard. I'm here for you. And so I attended to that. And then when I went back in and spoke to Sean, I was like really in a completely place of openness and lovingness. And it was like nothing mattered because I'd already dealt with that. It's very
That is
personal
so.
what I'm sharing, but I think it's
That is,
important to share.
it is important, and also I was just getting this vision about that is why everything that matters is the attention you give yourself and not what other people give you
Yeah,
of attention, because you can have these actors that get attention from the whole world and
yeah,
they can still be insecure and feeling the lack of love, right?
yeah. And so
So
lonely.
yeah, so it's all about what the attention you give yourself and nothing about what other people give you.
Totally.
Yeah,
It is so true.
totally.
It
Yeah.
is. It all comes back to self-love. And then if you think about it of like I'm a child of God, and let's say God is my family, my parents, my mother, my father, then
Mm.
and we are, whether you're religious or not, call it universe if you don't believe in God, but there's something greater than you that really wants you to be happy, feel joy. You've been given this gift of life, and so many of us take that for granted. And especially if humans have, a condition of depression or bipolar disorder or like really or chronic anxiety, all of these kind of conditions, that you just sometimes think, I don't want to be here. I actually don't want to be here. And
Mm.
they might even think, I didn't even choose to be here. Why am I here? I want out.
Mm.
But then, and I had chronic anxiety in my 20s, and I definitely had suicidal thoughts years and years ago.
Mm.
But there's that thing of like being on the spiritual path where you realize, or you can come to learn, or believe or know that you chose to come here, that you had a contract or a soul contract, that you made a contract, that you were going to come here, you were going to choose this family, you were going to come into a human body to learn what you need to learn, to evolve, and to learn to love yourself and to learn to
Mhm.
love others. And then it's like, okay, I chose to come here. This is not always going to be easy as a human being. There are going to be challenges, but that's how we grow and expand
Yes.
and come back
Yes.
to love.
That is what we've chosen. When we choose to come here in a human body, that is because we want to have all the contrast and all the thing that and not only love from what we experience when we are up there from the
Mm,
other side. It's because we come down here to get all the contrasts. And
yes.
actually, Anita Mokhani, do you know her?
No.
She's an Indian lady who almost died because of her physical cancer in her body, and
Hmm.
she died and
Hmm.
went up in pure love. And she saw her body, and she saw that she could come back, and if she didn't fear anything, and she chose love and came back, and in 5 days her body um quickly healed,
Healed.
and she yeah. And actually she said that, I wrote it down, the, the only thing that we are here for, she says, what she learned when she came back is that my only purpose is to be myself, nothing more, nothing less, to be as you can be, to be as much you as you can be. And because if you don't be yourself, you'll deprive the universe of who you've come here to be.
Mm,
That is so beautiful.
that is, I love that. Will you send that to me?
Yeah, I will.
I
Yeah, I
love
will.
it.
Yeah.
What's her surname? How do you spell it?
Anita Moorjani, Moorjani, I think.
Oh,
She wrote a
Morkhani.
book that's called Dying to Be Me,
Oh, I
because
love
when
it.
she died, she became herself. She became what she was supposed to be because she
Oh,
believed in love and not in fear. It's very beautiful, her story.
oh, that is absolutely wonderful. And just the whole power behind the energy of love, and how, yeah, you do hear these stories over and over again about how people heal themselves. But I guess when you're in your humanness and your human body and your human condition with your ego that's full of fear, like if you're dying of cancer, or you've got like a major terminal illness, it's like, how could you possibly get yourself out of that state or condition, especially also when you're surrounded by other humans, other people that are so worried about you all the time.
Mhm.
And again, like I remember in the past when I had ovarian cancer, and I didn't want to tell anyone because I just didn't want that energy around me. I was so protective of just feeling like, I've got this, I know that I'm going to be okay. I believe in the healing of my body. And I obviously told my immediate family. But I really escaped and got out of. I didn't need chemo, I didn't need radiation, I didn't need any of that. And I had the surgery, but I healed, and I, touch wood, thank God, I've been well again, since then. So it was just this feeling of like, I remember Louise Hay talks a lot about healing her body, and how it really is like just willing your cells and feeling that you're more than your human body, and just to really give that love to yourself, and
Mhm.
trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be. And this illness, like your body wants to get back to center. So it's,
Yes,
again,
yes.
it's kind of, it's related to love, self-love, because we can really, I really believe that, or I know that every illness is really connected to mind, body, soul. Even if something's hereditary, there's like deep patterns within our psyche and our body, and I
Mhm.
guess our karmas, where we have healing to do. And thankfully, at this day and age, so many more people are on that healing path, and they just want to
Yes,
come back to a place of love.
yes, yes. But I mean, there are only two things: love or fear, and that's what
Mm,
her message is,
yeah.
Anita Mokhani. That it was because of fear that she
Mm.
fear of so many things. It's different for every person, but if you have fear, you can't have love, and if you have love, you can't have fear.
Isn't that amazing to know that if you're scared at any time in your life, if you can really feel a sense of love, like turn your attention to something that you really love,
Yeah.
then you can't feel fear at the same time. Like that's
No.
such an amazing thing to know.
Yeah. It is. It is.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
yes, and there was something else that we were talking about before, but there's just something around just feeling, just knowing that the energy of love is always, always there. It's 24/7, 365 days of the year. It's like
Mm.
if we were fish in water, it's like we are swimming in that. We're swimming in that
Yeah.
love. It's here for us
Yeah.
all the time. And
Yeah.
yet we as humans are like swimming, where is it? Where is it? And we're like, we're
Yeah.
in it. We're
Yeah.
actually swimming in it right
Yeah.
now, all the
Yeah.
time, but we don't realize it. So
We're
that was
standing
an
in our own ways, actually. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It reminds me of another quote that Krishna Das shares about when you get so stuck in your thoughts, and he says you can't think your way out of a prison made of thought.
No, that's right.
Yeah,
You have to
and I
get
love
out of
that.
thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out
Anyway,
of your
off
head.
topic.
Yeah.
I just it's always so wonderful to get together with you, Malu, and talk about these topics of love and truth. And there's such huge topics that we could spend 3 months just talking a little bit about it and never even
Yeah.
just dip our toe in the water.
Yeah.
But it's just really, really lovely to come together and continue with this amazing topic that is our birthright. It's what we all want deep down, even if some of us don't think we want it, we really do. We push away the very things that we want with all our heart. And it's, who doesn't want to be loved and
Mm.
accepted and cherished and valued and
Yes.
respected? All these things, love. And remembering that we are that. Like, it is who I am. I am love.
Yes. Yes. And we are all loved. Not all, we are
Yes.
all loved, and we are all loved.
Yes. We're all loved.
Totally unconditional.
Mm,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Do
So,
you have
and actually behind you, I just want to say it's just perfect for the topic today. Behind you is the gorgeous nature and the
mm,
path where you have to
yes.
find, I mean, you have to just follow the road and you will experience all the love.
Yes. It's like
Yeah.
take yourself on a meandering
Take,
walk through life,
yes.
and
Take
just know,
yourself on a lovely walk. Yeah.
yeah, notice the nature, be
Yeah.
grateful and be appreciative. If you want to raise your love vibration and just feel the joy for everything that you have, and try not to take anything for granted. Like just the
Mm,
fact that you can wake up in the morning and breathe or see or hear. I mean, these things are just, they're big things that we as humans, we just take it for granted. But to
mm,
be able to just go for a walk in nature like this and just be around, like, I mean, you can't see the whole thing, but let's see if I can just put it up a wee bit. Yeah, look,
oh, it's so beautiful.
it's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love the windows. Like that's the
Yeah.
windows behind me. I can just step out into that. But
Yeah.
yes,
I
I love
love that
these
picture.
nature backdrops because they
Yeah.
really do evoke that feeling of just calm and peace and
Mm,
love and
mm,
gratitude.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. A good
And
way to feel it, feel the love, just to go out in nature. That's a
yeah.
great way.
And I have to say, I absolutely love the look of the room that you're in, your bedroom. It's so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. It's actually my office.
Oh, is it? Your
Yeah.
office? Well, it's
But I have a
beautiful.
bed because if friends coming over, they can sleep here.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. So my
Yeah.
spare room is waiting for me in Denmark.
Yeah. Yeah. You know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Would
so
love for you to
lovely.
come. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Malu, it's been
Yeah.
so wonderful talking with you again, and I'm sure we'll continue this conversation always. But
We will.
thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you so much, Maddie. Take care.
So much love. Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye
Love you too.
bye.